What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel, Collecting is Fun, where I show you that collecting is fun. And in this video, I finally get to show you a figure that I have been looking for a long time. Man, I've been waiting. I've been trying to find this figure, and I just didn't know how it was going to be possible. It's a Walmart exclusive, and yes, I know how we feel about exclusives. Walmart exclusives, Target exclusives. These exclusives, man, they make it hard for us to find. And of course, they want to encourage you to come into the store to try to find this stuff and hoping that you're going to buy some other stuff when you do come in. But look, most of us, we come in the store, see something that we want, we come out. We go in the store, if we don't see something that we want, we come out. That's it. It's not like we have to buy something. So it's not really that effective to have something like this be in place, because we don't necessarily buy something else just because we couldn't buy the thing that we came in for originally. So it doesn't really make that much sense. These exclusives, I mean, they really do need to stop. It's just not fair. And also because every link that I tried for this Superman figure right here never worked. I think I tried Toy Shiz and some other ones, and the link just said, hey, page cannot be found. Like, how is this even possible? How come I can't find this figure with the link that you provided? That makes no sense to me. So I was looking for it. I even typed it in once upon a time when I was first, because I didn't even know when this thing came out. That was another thing. This thing snuck up on me. I didn't know when it came out. My bad. I don't know when it came out. And so when I saw that it was actually available, I was like, oh, okay, let me try this thing out. And I found that it was a Walmart exclusive. I was like, oh, come on, man. I think the last time I tried to do the Walmart exclusive was, I think it was Black Lightning. And I was able to find two of those. I got one for a friend of mine. But man, dude, I was so happy to finally find this last night, or yesterday, excuse me. I tried to search for it again because I saw a review on it, and I was like, man, this has to be able to be found, man. What's going on? Is it taking time to get to my area? What's going on? So I finally looked at Walmart app. I typed everything out, the same thing I typed out a long time ago, and I'm scrolling through, and boom, there it was. It showed that it had two at a location that I normally frequent. So I did it. I saw that it was available for me to pick it up, and I ordered it to see if it was going to actually go through, and I was already headed down that way anyway, so I was like, let me just see if this works. And sure enough, they were preparing my order. Like, okay, all right, cool. But then I decided, let me take a look at another one. Let me see if I can order it again and see if it's somewhere else. And I saw that it was in another spot that was even closer to me. I said, all right, well, let me do this as a backup, because I don't know if they're going to try to switch this thing out, give me something different, give me the I don't know, Rebirth or some other type of Superman, or the Page Punch. I don't know, right? Because I've been in that store so many times and I never saw this thing. So unless they had this guy in the back, I don't know how it was, or they just restocked it that day. I don't know what was going on. So I did it again, and for sure, they were preparing my order at the other store. So okay, so I got a backup. So like, whichever one prepares it first, that's the one. And sure enough, that store that I was at, or the area that I was at, they prepared it and they fulfilled it. And I went over there and I said, let me go ahead and make sure that this is the correct Superman before I go ahead and cancel the other order. And it was it. I was like, oh, thank you. Checked it out, canceled my order. Now here we are today. So this one here is finally in my possession. I've already taken out the ties, so I don't have to struggle with all that mess. So that's why his cape is kind of bunched up. But man, let me take a look at this here. This right here is the old school, or the first one, Action Comics 1000, as you can see. Artwork on the back is different. It has nothing really desirable unless you want to, for me, unless I want to just cut this out, right? And it also matches the artwork on the card. And it has a flight stand. Cool. This one, which I plan on opening, gold label. And we'll talk about the differences in this, but it doesn't say Action Comics 1000. Not sure why he didn't do that. And then the artwork is nice on the back. I like this artwork. This is definitely something I would keep, which matches the artwork on the card. This one here, I don't believe I'm going to open, because this one here, the Action Comics 1000, is going for a pretty penny. And since it's going for a pretty penny, I'm just going to let it stay in the box and accumulate and see what happens. Because I have this one now. I don't know what. I'm not trying to get 2 of these. I might get 2 of these. Maybe get another one to keep in the box. Have both of them in the box. I might do that today. But definitely not going to open this one right now. So we're going to open this one so you can see what the differences are between the two. Beautiful light stand right there. We'll just leave you standing right there. I think we'll take the card out too. Take the card out, even though it's... No, we don't even need to do that. It's the same stuff we know about Superman. There's no need to do this. This is going to be a quick review, but it's a worthy review. All right, let's go ahead and get Superman out of here. Oh, man. Sorry I had a bunch of cape ups, Kal-El. My bad, buddy. Cloth capes, man. I'm glad McFarlane is actually going to the cloth capes. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually gets more figures, redo more figures with cloth capes. One thing I think he probably will do or should do is that Hush Batman. If you have a Hush Batman, whether it's the black or gray or the blue and green, that thing, blue and green, gray and green, or gray and blue, whatever. If you have that Batman and you haven't touched it for a while, grab it. Grab it and compare it to the other ones that you have and see how heavy it is. That cape is so freaking heavy. That rubber cape is just like massive. Of course, you can't put him in any vehicle. You can't really do too much with him except pose him just standing there. But man, that thing is so doggone heavy. I'm like, how in the world? And you're comparing it to other ones, so you're like, man, I didn't realize how heavy this thing was. It's heavy. So if he redoes the Hush Batman, I may go ahead and grab that, because that thing is heavy and it's ridiculous. I got 2 of them. I got the black and gray, and I got the other color, the gray and blue or green. And that I say green because I was looking at another video. He was saying it had a teal look to it, but you know what I'm talking about. And I have the blue one, the gray and blue one. That one is on my wall. I don't have that open at all, but I did open up the black and gray one, and that junk is heavy. So, taking a look at his hands, he has 2 flight hands, which would be the best thing for him to have. No sense of looking at those right now, but that's great. He has a fist hand, and he has a object holding hand, which is ridiculous. You should just have another fisted hand. Why not have 2 fisted hands? You got 2 flight hands, which is absolutely wonderful, but no fisted hands. Now, in this one, he has object holding hand, fisted hand, regular relaxed hand, now flying hand. Wait a minute, wait. No, that's a flight hand. Yeah, I'm looking at both of them. It's a flight hand. They're both the same. It just doesn't look that way. It's relaxed while he's flying. That's what it is. It's not like that straight, knife hand look, but that's okay. All right, so same kind of hands in both packages. That's cool. Now let's take a look at this guy. Same body, except this guy is brighter, a darker and kind of brighter blue. I like it. It's a little dull over here, but that's fine. Both look great. This one has a more royal blue look to it, or what have you, or not too royal, but it's still a nice, attractive, brighter blue than this one is. Of course, they stand the same size or same height, but in that S is also way bigger on his chest than this one is. But this one is nice and shiny. Looks like it's really part of it, versus this thing looks like you can kind of take it off. Man, that's really nice. I like this look. I like both looks, honestly. It's just that cape, man. The cape is okay, but that cape also doesn't have that classic S on the back. This is iconic. It's classic. It is what we expect to see when we see a classic Superman figure. That S makes all the difference, man. Even if he doesn't have the S, it's cool. But when you see that S, it just brings such joy to your heart. Whether you're thinking of Christopher Reeve or you're thinking of old school cartoons, it doesn't matter. That S just speaks classic Superman. It is absolutely great. Now, of course, he can't do too much. That diaper is there. Can't really bend. The articulation, again, is still the same. You know, I didn't open that, but I know it is. Look, look. Still the same. That same stiffness that he has right there with that diaper there. He can't really move too high. Superman never been able to kick high. For what reason? He doesn't know martial arts. Even though we saw in the Snyder verse that Jor-El had hands. So there was martial arts over there in Krypton. He just didn't know it. I don't know why he didn't pick up some from his father, the holographic form, but whatever. He was a scientist. So it's not, everything's not Snyder cut. So that's why. Just answer my own question there. But yeah, of course, he got the classic T pose. This is Brazil pose. And, you know, for Superman, people associated with the Jesus pose because of his allegoric imagery at times. Not all the way, not every time, but the allegoric imagery. You know, all right. And let's see. Of course, he can go up. What is that? Is that a little oil there to make it to where I can move? I appreciate that. Looked like he was sweating a little bit though. Okay, head can pivot up and down. That's as far as it can go. His hair. Take a look at his hair. His hair has blue highlights. This one doesn't have blue highlights like that. It's in there, but it's not like really in there. See that? You can clearly see the blue highlights in this one. So gold label with the shiny blue S. I like the shiny blue S. This is also shiny too. It's just not as embossed. This one is not as embossed as this one is, but it still looks good. Again, the different color shade blue. The blue on the hair. Same facial sculpt, except he's got a little bit more blush on his face. Or does he? I think he did this touch. Did he touch his face up a little bit? Maybe just a little bit. Maybe it's the hair that's throwing me off. Nah, he put a little bit more blush on his cheeks. Just a little bit. Not that much. Not that much to really matter. But man, if you have this figure here, if you have not opened it, I don't know. I guess I suggest not opening it. Because if you can get your hands on this one, keep that thing in the box. But yes, this is absolutely worthwhile in getting. Of course, the same pivot with the feet. He's got a nice flight stand in there. I appreciate that. All flight characters need to have a flight stand. I know the McFarlane flight stand is not something that people really care too much to have. But, I mean, at least he's giving us something, right? You got to go somewhere else to get like a, not a Tamashii Nations one, because that thing is fragile and brittle. It can't hold a 7-inch figure like this. You got to get something else that can really help you out in posing your figures the way you really think they should be posed. And I am happy. I'm so happy that I finally have this guy. It just warms my heart to finally have this look. I really enjoy this look. This is one of the best looks for Superman, honestly. Really one of the best. I mean, I've got that the buddy Superman, you know, with the smile and all of that. I've got I got a Mafex Hush Superman coming, and whenever that comes to my comic book shop. Of course, that's a different size, but as far as McFarlane is concerned, I've got the Rebirth Superman, you got the Red Sun Superman and all that stuff looks good. But man, when you have that nice classic look, you just can't beat the classic look, man. It's a nice, wonderful look. I just appreciate everything about this here. With this particular design, that is, you know, because you got different designs, different facial sculpts and all that, but this color scheme and everything that he has going on is really cool. Of course, I wish his head can go up a little bit more, because it doesn't look right. Because in the stand, in McFarlane's stand, it's going to be looking like this, kind of looking up, but not really. You know, you got to do it like that. It's just, now he's looking up. You see his eyes now? He's looking up now, but right here, it's like, okay, he's barely looking up. Is he going like that? See, this looks okay too, but if you're doing it like this, it can't work. He's looking down like he's a eagle or a hawk or something looking for food. And of course, you can do the torso bend that way, but it doesn't bend back that far. His torso, he doesn't have that much of a crunch. So I mean, that's really it there. But man, yes, find this thing out. Listen, I had to search it out through typing it in there. I had to type that mess in there. It was like Superman Action Comics McFarlane gold label figure, and that's what got it. Because if you don't, it's going to pull this boy up, and he's going to be going for like 100 or so. You pull him up on Amazon, he's going to be going like for 80 or something. It's just so much right there. And right now, there's like a deal going on Amazon, so some of the stuff is knocked down. But he was like originally like 90 or close to 100. Now he's 88 something dollars like that. He might be lower on Walmart, but still, you're spending close to $100 on this guy, when you can get this guy for $19.99 at that price of $19.99, not $22, not $24, the actual original McFarlane price, gold label, $19.99 figure. Yes, it's a retool, but whatever. It's finally a cloth cape Superman, so he's not taking up so much space when you're posing it with other figures, and he just looks good. So thank you, McFarlane, and all those involved in putting cloth capes on these figures that we need cloth capes on. I hope everyone has a chance to find this guy now, no matter where you are. It is a worthy figure to collect. Do not miss out if you can. Keep searching. Keep searching through Walmart. You might find it. Like I said, it had 2 left in both of my locations, and I got 1. And okay. Seriously, I might go back and get another one. I might go back and get another one just to keep him in the box, because he might be just like this guy. So, yeah, have fun collecting, folks, because you know what? Collecting is fun. It may not be fun to collect or to hunt for an exclusive, but it sure is worth it when you finally get one. I don't condone it at all. I don't. Also, another thing about the S, it doesn't have that droopy S. This one didn't have the droopy S either. But you know, some of the other ones, like the Rebirth Superman, they have the droopy S. It looks kind of cool, but not really. This one, straight, flat S. All the way down. No droop. That's the S. Solid, on purpose, stamp of approval, S for Superman. Have fun, guys, because collecting is fun. I'm out.